Alvin Thomas was born on Friday, May the 1st, 1925 in an area called Spider on Pine Top in Knott County, Kentucky. He was the sixth of 11 children born to Willie and Veda Bentley Thomas. This Thomas bloodline can be traced all the way back to William A.P. Thomas, a Welshman who came to America in 1635 on the ship named America. From an early age, Alvin Thomas showed a passion for the outdoors, and he loved to hunt. But like most boys in southern Appalachia at that time, the majority of his time was spent helping with the family chores, attending to crops and farm animals. At age 21, Alvin married 19-year-old Gertie Mae Everidge from Litcar in Knott County, Kentucky. They met while hoeing corn. Gertie was born on Sunday, October the 31st, 1926, on Dead Man's Branch in Knott County. She was the daughter of Bill and Nanny Ambergy Everidge. According to their marriage license, Alvin and Gertie Mae were married on Saturday, July the 20th, 1946 in Knott County, Kentucky. After getting married, Alvin and Gertie settled on a 1 3/4 acres tract of land they obtained from Gertie's parents, located at the head of Dead Man's Branch of Carr's Fork. This is where they would live for the next several years, raising their family. In the late 1960s, Alvin Thomas built a house at this location on Hell's Branch in Knott County, near where his parents lived, and in about 1968 he moved his family here. Alvin Thomas was a quiet man, and he took pride in what he did. He was especially proud of the new house he had built. Sadly, not long after moving into the new house, Alvin Thomas's life changed drastically forever. After a day of hard work on a rooftop in the hot sun, he was stricken with a stroke. He spent the remaining years of his life confined to his home under the care of his family. Despite his failing body, his mind stayed clear.
see a muskrat Sally Ann, playing the banjo Sally Ann, dragging his slick tail through the sand. I'm going home with Sally Ann. Ever see a muskrat Sally Ann, playing the banjo Sally Ann, dragging his slick tail through the sand. I'm going home with Sally Ann. I'm gonna marry you, 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 Sally Ann.
Gertie Thomas was an excellent cook, and she enjoyed gardening. In her younger years, she would can a lot of the vegetables from her garden. She loved flowers and was especially fond of the less common ones. Gertie loved sewing, quilting, and crocheting, especially in her later years. She was a free-minded person and wasn't afraid to speak her mind or submit an opinion.
Well, I'd start hunting for that iron boa, wouldn't you?
You know, I don't remember hearing you say where you and Alvin first met at.
I'll tell you exactly where we first met at. We first met at the big bottom of corn.
Hoeing corn?
Yeah.
Who'd you hoeing corn for?
Oliver.
Was you neighbors?
No, we lived on Dead Man Break. And Poppy and all of them, Alvin's dad and them, they lived up in Steel Fork. And we, Denver Oliver had hired me and Everett to come and hoe corn for us. And old man Mel Amberger was the traveler, we traveled corn out. And me and Everett and Alvin and Arnie Batons and there was somebody else, some other boy that was supposed to help. And Arnie, she was about 10 or 11 years old then. She was struck to death on that. And we went to sit down and rest. We sat down kind of in the street, got fixed to the edge of the creek bank. I could take you for right today and show you where it's at.
How old was you then?
Me? I was 19. And she cried. Alvin gave me a tick for it, and she tried her best to hold me and take that tick away from me.
Arnie did?
No, yeah.
You're a kid.
No, yeah, put rock fat in everything.
She was wild enough to do
Yeah,
that.
Daddy. That tickled Alvin to death. He said, that poor little bastard girl.
Did Tate know that
sounds
later?
just like Alvin, doesn't
Oh, yeah, we told her.
Y'all told Tate that?
Oh, yeah, and that last till he cried. He said, oh, said, well, now she goes to who she raped her best. They were there something crawling towards the coast.
Yellow jacket.
We don't want you. Get out of here.
I'm a scared of this thing.
So what
I
happened
didn't know
with
she carried on like that.
Huh?
I didn't know she done that.
We went on up to Denver's that evening. Denver wouldn't pay us till we met parties.
You mean you was working too?
Yeah.
Pulling
I
corn.
worked off from home all the time then. And he paid us. And Alvin brought me back down, almost down to the forks of the road there to Mount Bay Troubles. And I was tired to get out, and so was he, so he turned and went on back home. Me and Everett come on to the house. Run on to a little fella and whooped his sisters and everything in the world over me to try to get a hold of me before that. And I tell you the reason I wouldn't go with him.
I can't hardly hear you for traffic.
I was ashamed to go with him because he was just coming around my own these shires.
And how old was, who was he?
Wesley Reynolds.
Oh, Wesley Reynolds. I'll be
Yeah.
back.
And he tried to get a hold of me again that evening. I said, Everett said, she's got a boyfriend. Wesley said, who is it? I said, Alvin Thomas. He said, I will never ask you out with me again. He said, because me and Alvin is a little bit related, and said, it's one of the best friends I've got in this world. And so he stuck to his word. He never did ask me.
What about it?
Daddy was such a quiet fella, same way. Bring Dana that way.
That still don't tell us how you got together. I mean, you know, did you go on a date with him after that? Or did, well, he probably come to the house back
He got
then.
the house to see me,
Yeah.
yeah.
What Pep think about that?
Oh, they liked Alvin.